Hey guys, we're going to finish this up here today. I wanted to actually go back over the transfer that we've used on this big project that we've been doing, and it is called the farm. And on that transfer it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces. Now today we've used the transfer for the barn, and that's a 2-part transfer. You put on 1 layer and then you actually layer again so you can get the silo and your little picket fence over here. And then the only thing that we've added extra is the vintage pickup truck. And on the latter part of one of the other episodes, we've done this, we've broken it up, but Mark's going to put it all together and it should flow really nice. But I couldn't get the pickup truck exactly like I wanted it. I wanted it to look a little rusty, but I didn't want it to look brand new either. So I went back and I used my pickup truck, my vintage pickup truck, and this is what we start off with, and that's a huge screen right there. And then I just kept using and putting on different layers on all the little open area on this screen so that I had it to where it looked a little bit like it was a little bit rusty, and maybe somebody had taken, I remember years ago we used to take paint and paint in the spots that were rusty. And so I think it turned out pretty good, and I'm gonna get Mark to go do a handheld on this as we finish it up today. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And what we're gonna do, this part, I'm gonna put a windmill in, and I'm gonna put it right here beside our barn. And that windmill, I'm going to use a little bit of black, but I'm going to do a lot of shimmer, silver shimmer. So let me make sure that everything is, looking for my glasses, and there they are. You know, as my mom used to say, if it had been a snake, it would have bit you, Beth. And I've always been looking for, I put something down, I can't find it. Change purse, keys especially. Now, one thing too, these little transfers right here, this is a cool part. As Chalk Couture has evolved, they've started labeling the transfers. So that lets you know that this part is the first one because it's got a little number 1 down there. It's also got little guides right here if you want to ink or paste over it, but I don't want to get any paste on, so we're just going to try to line up on our own. But then on this transfer right here, it's got a number 2, and that's going to be the inner part of the fan and then the blades. All right, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, this actually reminds me of being at my house when I was growing up, and I could look out the back door and there would be old red barn and of course old chicken houses. We even had a pig pen, and those little pigs were just cutie pies, but they actually were actually nastier than chickens. Now I know you've noticed I don't have a fuzzing cloth, and I have to admit that they're down there in my laundry room in the dryer. But I'm gonna show you you can fuzz on anything that will put some lint on it. So I have a tea towel over here, and I'm just gonna fuzz and fuzz a little bit. Now of course this is not as good as the terry cloth towel, but it does work. Alrighty, now my windmill is going to be offset just a little bit because I want it to look like it's up in the sky, that it's tall. Okay, I think that's pretty good right there. And remember, since we're doing paste, and even when we ink, we have to make sure that we try our best to get everything flat down on our surfaces. A lot of times when you're inking, and you're inking on like a little bit of a rounded surface, like a jar for instance, it does bubble a little bit. Now let me make sure that we're kind of straight. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Alrighty, so first off, and here again, I didn't want to spray over my picture because all of this, on this I painted with acrylic paint. But then again, what I have chalked with is chalk paste. But like the grass and the sky and the clouds, they're acrylic paints. And those little paints are nothing more than right there. You can, a lot of them are no more than about 50 cents at your local Walmart, or even your what am I trying to say? Your craft stores. Alrighty, we're gonna begin and see how everything looks. Okay, now we're going to pull our paste off and then put our excess back into our little pot. And let's see. Alrighty, well, we got the outline there. Okay, and remember, everything goes face down in the water. Now, next step. But I'm gonna have to let this dry for just a little bit, and I'm gonna use my heat gun. I tell you, today has been one of the hottest days. I was picking up a few groceries, and down in the parking lot at our local Walmart, and my car actually said 102 degrees. You know, that just makes you want to faint right there. And while I'm waiting, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this apart, because we'll have to make a decision right before we apply the lettering or the wording, if we want it to be a little bit, all I can think of is a little bit angled, or some people call it whoppy jawed, but I'm thinking something like that. Okie dokie. Now, let's see if we can make this work. I did fuzz it. That still feels a little bit warm. But maybe not. Or maybe I'm just so hot that it just feels that way. And on the top of this, I'm going to use a little bit of black paste too, just a tiny bit. Oh, and guys, I have to tell you that we are now over 420 plus likes and follows on the page. So we're growing. We're getting closer and closer to that 500. And no, I have not come up with a contest yet. I'm so computer illiterate that I can't decide exactly. More and more people are sharing, and thank you very, very much. I appreciate it, but I can't seem to find for the Facebook to tell me who is doing it and who or what. So I'm still just in the infant stage of learning all this Facebook stuff. Alrighty, now let's make sure that our silver shimmer paste is, yeah, that's like a good yogurt consistency. And I'm just going to pull a little bit, and then we're going to dot our black along there too. I'll just get this big old boy. Alrighty, now and you know, I got to go to the nail shop today, and I cannot get anything. I've got to get used to my nails again. Ooh, I think that's gonna look cool. Wow. What do y'all think? It looks real. Looks like all it would take would be the wind to blow, and it would just go round and round. Okay, let me get all the shimmer cleaned up. And I think the black did offset it a little bit, because this is an old farm, but it's got a pretty red barn though. That's the one thing that I like about it. But you know, all barns don't have to be red. We can make it. I'm gonna do this a Christmas scene too. You'll be on the lookout for that video. And I haven't gotten my shipment of all my fall and Halloween and all that kind of stuff yet, but it should be coming real soon. And we're gonna get busy. Oh goodness gracious, y'all gonna get tired of me being on Facebook, because there's some of the cutest stuff. And I think in the next video or two that I put out, I'm going to show you how I made some Christmas presents last year for family members, and they actually thought I had really gone to this exquisite boutique or something to buy the tea towels that I was giving them, but I actually made those. And it had a couple of Christmas sayings on it. And until I get my other stuff, we'll make a couple of tea towels. We can make Christmas ornaments. We can do just a lot of different things. Okay, now I'm just about ready to put my wording on. And of course, you know, I'm trying to have fingernails, and lo and behold, I can't even take the backing off of the transfers. This has been one of the most fun projects that I've done. We started off with a board that was blue, then we added the sky. And you know, when you're out and about in the country, you will see, you know, a lot of times the clouds are darker in one spot, like it may be fixing to rain or something like that. And so we were trying to make it look real as or at least what we were picturing. Okay, this wording is "Life is better on," and then the next one I'm going to put is "The farm." And you know, for so many years I wanted to get away from the farm, but I am so glad that I grew up on a farm or country life, because it just makes you appreciate things, or to me it does. Mark says he's a city boy, but he likes country stuff too. He's growing some tomatoes, and those things are delicious. So the old city boy's got a green thumb. And we actually got cucumbers this year. A lot of times the wasp want to get in them. All right, what do you think? I think that looks pretty good. Let me find my glasses. And here we go. And here I'm sniffing, sniff, sniff, sniff. I'm gonna have to be real careful because I can't get too happy and pull all that. Okay. Wow. That is really pretty. This stuff just amazes me. It really does. The way it just kind of all comes together. Who'd have thunk it? Okay. Here we go with the farm. One even stroke. And I think I can pull a little bit more off. Now, if some of you would like one of these, I'll be more than happy to make you one, because I know there are a lot of people out there that grew up on farms or love the farm life or all that. Ooh-wee. The farm. Okay, let me put this over here in my little well. Let me make sure. Look at these hands. Let me grab me another one because I don't want any fingerprints on this. I don't. I've worked so hard on this one. Now, this is not going to be an outside piece, but I'm going to actually cover it with polyurethane because it just seals it. Can you see the detail over here in the windmill, and look at the detail in the truck? I mean, here we come all the way up to our barn. What do you think? All right, guys. I've had a blast doing this with you guys, and I love coming on here and sharing any ideas I have with you, and hopefully that is causing a little inspiration for you guys, and maybe make you want to do some do-it-yourself projects. It's fun, and you know, I always say, browse in my shop. I'll leave the links, and everything that's on here on this board is in my shop. And if you would like your one made by Indigo Pearl Company, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to make you one. We'll see you later. Bye-bye now. Have a nice day.